Hey guys, Non-Zero here, bringing you guys an RU live today. So I'm pretty new to the RU tier, but it's currently in the beta stage for Sun and Moon on Smogon. And so I thought I'd go ahead and try it out while it's pretty new. And I just kind of threw a team together with the stuff that's like pretty good in the meta right now. It definitely isn't polished or anything, but it's been a lot of fun to ladder with. I managed to get this team to mid 1500s, and so I'm pretty happy about that. And let's just jump into the team. We have here a pretty standard Blade, just Shadow Claw, Shadow Sneak, Sword Stance, Ironhead. I understand that they sometimes run Sacred Sword now, especially for Sharpedo, but I kind of needed all four of these moves on this set. So yeah, just based on the rest of the team. The reason it's Min Speed actually is because this team is a hybrid Trick Room team, as we'll see later. So anyways, next one going to be this Heracross, just a nice Choice Scarf Moxie set, close combat knockoff Mega Horn return. Return, I know Earthquake is another option, and to be honest, I might go Earthquake over Return. Return is just so that I do a little bit more to Florges and other fairy types, and that's really the only reason for it. Return just seems a little bit more reliable as well as a move to lock myself into. But anyways, we have next Nidoqueen. So nice Life Orb Sheer Force Nidoqueen here with Earthquake, Sludge Wave, Ice Beam, and T-Spikes. So this mon's really nice, able to set up T-Spikes and help out my win cons late game, those being mainly just my Scarf Heracross and also Sharpedo. And of course we got this Sharpedo here, nice 4-attack set without Protect. No Protect because most people just kind of like expect you to Protect on the first turn anyway is what I've seen. And also I think there are like just plenty of opportunities for this mon to get a kill. Like you can set up opportunities for this mon to get a kill on something slower, so it just kind of gets the +1 anyway. Speed. I understand that there's definitely a downside to not running Protect, but it's kind of been working out here without that move. And the next one we have here is going to be Snorlax. Alright, so this is kind of what the team was built around. We got a VGC Snorlax in here, so a nice Piggy Berry Gluttony set with Belly Drum, Recycle, Return, and Fire Punch. So other options than Fire Punch, mainly Earthquake to hit something like Gigalith, which is kind of in the tier, and other kind of bulky rock types, like I think Deontay as well. But honestly, I think Bronzong is so much more common, that's why I went with Fire Punch, just to hit mons like Bronzong, mons like Steelix for the 2 KO after Belly Drum, and that's basically the rationale behind this deck. It's invested fully in bulk because really you don't need any attack investment to be OHKOing things after a Belly Drum. And what this defensive investment allows it to do is actually, even after Trick Room is expired, it can still do a lot of work against other teams. If their Heracross or their Passimian or Primeape or whatever like fast fighting type your opponent has is gone, then Snorlax can actually just recycle up and 1v1 a lot of mons, even outside Trick Room. So that's going to be that set. And then finally we have our Bronzong, a nice Trick Room, a Focus Sash set. Now Focus Sash is not an item you see too often on Bronzong right now. More they have Leftovers or Rocky Helmet or something. Or even seen like Colbur Berry for Zoroark mostly and Heracross, but we got a Focus Sash Bronzong here. Focus Sash mainly for Zoroark and also mons like Salazzle or even like a Torkoal or a Rotom Heat. Just being able to take one hit from everything and get that Trick Room up is so good for this set, for what I'm using this Bronzong as. It also has Toxic as its 4th move, just in order to deal a little bit better with mons like Milotic and Goodra, what this team can really struggle with. So in any case, let's go ahead and hop into a battle and yeah, see how this team does. Alright, and we got one here up against a nice looking team with Feraligatr, Bruxish, Frostlass, definitely some threats here. Probably Scarf Shaman if I had to guess, which does outspeed everything. So let's see, what do I want to do here? I kind of want to lead off with Bronzong. I don't want to lead off with Nidoqueen in case he chooses to lead off with Bruxish, which is a pretty solid lead on his part. So I kind of just want to lead off with Bronzong. He might go lead Frostlass and taunt me, which is the only reason I'm inclined to lead with something else. I kind of actually want to lead with Heracross and just knock something off. His main switch-ins to Heracross both don't enjoy getting knocked off, so I'm gonna go for Heracross. Alright, as he leads off with his Bruxish. Now, a Psychic Fangs might be coming my way, and I really don't want to take it. If he Scarfs, of course he outspeeds me. I'm just gonna hard switch into Bronzong. And yes, he does go for the Psychic Fangs, which will give me an opportunity to set up rocks. He does not, if I'm not mistaken, have any hazard removal, so that's beautiful. As he's going for the SD. Alright, we are setting up Trick Room right now. I think we can definitely take a waterfall if we don't flinch. Oh my goodness, we flinched. Well, that just happened. Alright, so there's not much left that this Bronzong can do. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was a mistake. He went for a second Swords Dance, which is of course just way too greedy. He probably has the Aqua Jet, but I'm gonna let him take me down here. Or let him die to Explosion. That'll also work. Now the question is, do I want to go into Doublade or do I want to go into Snorlax? And that's kind of a big question. I think either way his play is probably go into Cofagrigus and click Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, so I kind of want to go actually into Doublade. It's really a tough call. I think 100% he's going into Cofagrigus right now. The question is, what's the best way for me to answer that? I could go into Snorlax and Belly Drum up, but he is almost certainly going to click Will-O-Wisp in that case. So I'm just going to go into Doublade here. Get off a Shadow Claw. Or get off a Swords Dance, which is better. I think I actually like Swords Dancing here. He is only faster than me if he's running min speed, which most of the time. Oh wow, wow, he's a Z move. Okay. Well, maybe I should have scouted for that, but I didn't even know that was his set. So I'm just gonna Belly Drum up here, and honestly, I don't see too much that he can do. Yeah, Hidden Power Fire is not doing too much, and outside of Trick Room, he does not have any Fire Punch switch-ins whatsoever. So I'm just gonna click Fire Punch again. Now, I am fully defensive Snorlax, so I'm not 100% certain whether Feraligatr KOs from this range. Probably it does. I mean, Feraligatr is strong. Let's see what he goes out into. He goes out into Frostlass. What is this? Is he trying to Destiny Bond me? I'm gonna recycle and see what he does. Yeah, he does recycle. Or, I mean, he does Destiny Bond. Sorry. So, should I mess with him a little bit? I kind of want to. I kind of want to click Return. I kind of want to click Return again. I kind of want to just keep clicking Return. I think there's no downside to this. If he can get his layers of spikes up, yes, but I don't think I mind that particularly. More, I just don't want to let him switch into anything. Oh my goodness, I forgot I no longer have, because I touched Cofagrigus, I no longer have Gluttony. I think my play is still to keep clicking Return, and just see if I can stall out his Destiny Bond. This is kind of tough. It's like, yes, you can keep doing that. But the thing is, yeah, okay, now I get back my Figgy Berry. And so now I'm going for a recycle 100%. You can keep clicking Icy Wind, but I'm just gonna keep clicking return, to be honest. Like, I'm not going to take you down. Now you're taunting me. Alright, this man has 2 Destiny Bonds left. And he has no return switch-ins. Alright, he only has 1 Destiny Bond left. Alright, so what's my opponent's plan here? He brings in Registeel. What? Trying to toxic me or something? Maybe his game plan is to win with Feraligatr in the end, which is fair, but I don't think he's going to be able to manage. I think Scarf Heracross should be enough. I just need to make sure that thing doesn't get a Dragon Dance up on me. So what's my play here? I think my play is 100% just to recycle, although maybe he toxic. I'm not sure. Yeah, he toxics here, so I'm just going to recycle. And now I'm just going to go for Fire Punch. Seismic Toss into the Toxic should give me, put me in range of my Figgy Berry. As unfortunately, that Fire Punch does not take him out, but another one will be able to. And the point is that I'm not giving his Feraligatr any chances to set up. Yeah, that thing is going to need to waterfall me, necessarily. So, alright. Interesting. Wait. Why did he take... Oh! It operates in that order. Okay. So I was gonna say, like, why did he take Life Orb recoiled, but the Life Orb only comes into consideration after I gave him Muggins. So that's interesting. Also, without any Life Orb, this thing is a lot less scary. To be honest, I kind of want to just go out into my Heracross and click Close Combat a couple of times. I think that's my best play. Right, because without Sheer Force, yes, he is... Okay, interesting. He's not going to be able to outspeed me, so he would have had to Aqua Jet there. And after the Aqua Jet Life Orb, he was going to be 100% in range of my own Sharpedo's Aqua Jet. And I don't think Aqua Jet knocks out Sharpedo, but even if it did, my Nidoqueen beats this Shaman 1v1. Because it can definitely tank a Sleep Flare. Oh my gosh, that Sleep Flare did so much. Anyways, yeah, I am going to just be able to win with my Nidoqueen, I hope. The only situation in which this goes wrong is if he crits. Please don't crit. Okay. Thank you. Even a crit probably wouldn't have knocked me out. Yeah, 100% wouldn't have knocked me out. But anyways, that's going to be a good game, and we are going to just get another one. So, yeah, let's see if we can get one more game with this team. I might have to pause the video until something else shows up. Yeah, I'll probably pause the video until another person comes on for a battle. And we are back with another battle. This guy's got a Swallow, a Zoroark, Toxicroak. He's got a lot of threats. Alright, so how do I want to play this? He also has Snorlax and Doublade, which is kind of an issue for my own Snorlax and my own Doublade. So let's see, what do we want to do here? I kind of just want to lead off with Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen matches up really well versus his team, but he might choose to lead Donphan. So because of this, I kind of just want to lead Bronzong. And I almost just want to set up Trick Room immediately in case his Donphan is actually Zoroark. So, yeah, okay. It is going to be Bronzong versus Donphan. And I do just want to set up Trick Room in case, yep, it's Zoroark. And that's exactly why this thing is sashed, because that attack has a chance to kill. Now, I have a feeling he's probably going to switch hard into the Blade here. So what I actually want to do is switch into Snorlax. Expecting his hard switch into the Blade, yep. Alright, and now I want to go for the Belly Drum. So what is my opponent going to do here? He just goes for the Sacred Sword. That's not going to do too much because I am fully physically defensive. And now I want to start claiming my kills. So let's see, is this thing going to be defensive to Blade? Because fully defensive to Blade does eat a Fire Punch from the Snorlax, which is one of the reasons why I've considered making it a bit more offensive, so I can get the one shot on things like fully defensive to Blade. Honestly, I think that in general it's worth having the extra bulk to be able to take on other mons. Alright, so what is my opponent thinking about doing here? He doesn't really have any Fire Punch switch-ins, to be honest. He goes out into Donphan, which is going to be able to take a Fire Punch, yes, but ooh, he has a Rocky Helmet. I kind of want to click Recycle here, as he sets up his Stealth Rocks. Yeah, so now I should be able to just get a kill with Return. He can go back into the Blade, but he's not really accomplishing that much. And Earthquake's not doing anything, so now I think he's probably forced to go into his Toxicroak. I think that's the only thing that can actually kill me at this range. I'm going to go hard to Blade. If he goes for the knockoff, then good play, but he does go straight for the Drain Punch. And so now I can SD here, and it's kind of tempting, but on the other hand, I also just want to get an Iron Head off on something. If he goes, there's no way he goes into his own Blade here, that'd be kind of foolish. So I just kind of want to get this Iron Head off. Whether he wants to switch into, or he just stays in and knocks off. Interesting. Okay, so that's some clean damage right there. That is some very clean damage. And the beautiful thing is that actually once his Toxicroak goes down, my Sharpedo has a very great time against his team, because the only other form of priority he probably has is maybe a Sucker Punch in Zoroark. So that's feeling good, and maybe Shadow Sneak on his Blade. So let's see, what do we want to do here? Do I want to SD? I kind of want to SD. I think SDing is actually like a decent play here, because if he wants to go into his own Blade, then I'll be able to Shadow Claw out for a lot of damage, or he just stays in and knocks off. And now I kind of want to Shadow. Does he have Sucker Punch? Does he really have Drain Punch, Gunk Shot, Knockoff, and Sucker Punch? I doubt it. Probably he has SD, right? Oh, dang, he got me there. Okay. I probably should have predicted that, to be honest, but in any case, he's going to be able to collect his kill with Boom Burst, but actually, at the range my Snorlax is at, it does go down to a Boom Burst. Barely, but it does. Let's see, what do I want to do here? I kind of want to go into... What do I want to do? I want to go into Sharpedo. I want to go into Heracross and quick knockoff is what I want to do. Get rid of this Blades of Violate. This is going to be maybe a tough one to... As he goes into his Toxicroak. Interesting. So I'm going to just quick knockoff again. He doesn't have the best switch-ins to this knockoff, because he's going to switch into his Zoroark. Interesting. And he almost certainly has the Flamethrower here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sack Bronzong. As he makes the double back into Toxicroak. Interesting. So at this point, I think this is actually a good moment to go ahead and... Oh wait. Yeah, there's no chance that his Toxic Bug could start from switch up moves, so I can just go into Sharpedo here and click the Crunch, probably is the play. And probably he's going to switch into the Blade here. That's fine. I'm not sure what I want to do about the Blade. I kind of want to just crunch it for damage, because as soon as the Blade's gone, my Heracross just wins by clicking Close Combat. Interesting. Snorlax is a switch in, so that's kind of unexpected. What's he going to do to me? It's kind of a sticky situation right now, because I don't want my Sharpedo to go down. I don't think I one-shot him at all, though. I kind of want to switch into Heracross and click Knockoff again. Is there anything that he could do that one-shots my Heracross? I don't think so. I mean, Return's going to do a lot, though. I don't think my own Snorlax can take 2 hits. I don't think risking my Snorlax or my Heracross is the play here. I think maybe I do just want to get off damage with Waterfall, but then again, I really don't want this Sharpedo to go down either, so I'm just going to get some Waterfall damage off, see what he wants to do, maybe get a flinch. He does flinch. That is unfortunate for my opponent. And so I'm just going to click Waterfall again, see if maybe that was a roll, but that is really very unfortunate for my opponent. As my opponent is managing though, he is risking flinches, which is interesting. He's trying to Life Orb stall me, which, to be honest, I mean, the chance that he flinches one of these times is pretty big, but I'm just gonna keep him low, because if I keep this and so maybe staying in Waterfalling is not like strictly the play if my opponent leaves. I definitely don't agree with that, unless they're actually having like a disconnection problem, because my opponent can still definitely win this. My plan is, like, after this Sharpedo goes down to Life Orb, I'll send out my own Snorlax to cycle up, and then potentially, depending on what my opponent's set is, be able to get a Belly Drum off, or be able to do something. But in any case, I guess that's going to be the second game, and we're going to get one last game. So let's see if we can find one. Alright, we are back. We've got a game. Game has finally happened, and we have a Houndoom and a Minior on the opponent's team. So I really want to get up rocks, but my opponent also has a Flygon. So there's that. Flygons sometimes these days are running Inferno Overdrive, based off of Fire Punch, just for Bronzong. So I definitely want to watch out for that. I don't want to necessarily be up against a Flygon without my Sash. So let's see what we want to do here. My Nidoqueen has a pretty excellent matchup against my opponent, barring the Bronzong, of course. So if we can manage to Cure this Bronzong, it'll be quite good. Let's see. I kind of just want to lead off with my Bronzong and see what he wants to do. If he leads off with his Flygon, I will just go straight for the Trick Room. I'm not messing with this threat, because he might click Dragon Dance here into Inferno Overdrive, as he's going to U-turn, and he's a Life Orb Flygon. Interesting. So what is he going out into? Maybe Seismitoad, maybe his own Bronzong? A couple options here. If he goes out into his own Bronzong, I might just get up rocks, but he goes out into Houndoom. So I think pretty certainly he's going to fear the explosion here and go out into the Blade, so I'm just going to hard switch into Snorlax as he goes out into Bronzong. Okay, that's just as well. Now, even if he Toxics me here, I want to get off my Belly Drum, just so that I can get a couple of kills. And yeah, the thing about Toxic is it's pretty slow. So Toxic's gonna take a while to wear me down. Meanwhile, I'm going to be doing pretty huge things to his team. Now, oh my goodness, okay. So Fire Punch does get the one shot. It gets the one shot on most Bronzongs, to be honest, because they're almost all especially defensive these days. As he's going to go out to Meteor, and I have a feeling that he's probably going to click Shell Smash here or something. But even if he clicks Shell Smash, like, I don't think that's particularly helpful for him, because I have all sorts of priority in the back. I kind of just want to click Return here, get off some nice and juicy damage. The Stone Edge is not going to be doing much at all. And I'm not sure whether this thing is worth saving. I actually think it's probably not worth saving. I think it's better just to be able to, after, go into my Sharpedo and click Waterfall, for example. So, or just click Crunch, I mean. Probably best. So, I'm just gonna click Return here again, as he doesn't even knock me out. Okay. So we're able to trade off with both the Bronzong and the Meteor. We still have our own Bronzong around, which is awesome. So, let's see here. What do we want to go out into? Our Heracross is pretty close from being able to put in work. Of course, we need to weaken the Doublade considerably. I kind of want to go out to it now and just click a knockoff so that Doublade is weakened. If it's Life Orb, I wonder if it's Defog. I'm not sure whether it would be Defog or not. In any case, I think I'm going to go out into Heracross. Yeah. And just click. Do I want to mess with this? I kind of do want to mess with this. Just click knockoff. Oh my goodness, this man stayed in. Okay, so I just got power played right there. Not gonna lie. It feels kind of bad, man. But I can go out into Sharpedo here and risk the speed tie. That is 100% my play. As he goes out and decides to throw it, I am just getting wrecked. I'm gonna be honest. My opponent is doing some serious work. I probably shouldn't have risked that with my Heracross, to be honest. That was kind of a foolish play in retrospect, but yeah. Sometimes it's not the play to stunt. In any case, this is like the only thing that can take attacks very well from my Sharpedo, so I'm not too upset weakening it like this. I think I just kind of want to stay in and keep clicking Crunch. As I do get a crit, which is unfortunate for my opponent. Earth Power is going to be able to do a lot. Do I want to click Crunch again? I kind of do. Then again, yeah, there's no reason not to click Crunch, really. I mean, Houndoom's not going to take it well at all. Like, I was considering clicking Psychic Things for if he switches into Houndoom. But even then, I would probably want to click Crunch so that he couldn't switch back into Seismitoad. Yeah, in any case, but let's see what my opponent's going to do now. I could still potentially win this just with Nidoqueen on its own, because of course my opponent's Bronzong is gone. So if for whatever reason I manage to get rid of his Houndoom, then my Nidoqueen's going to be able to put in some work. I have a feeling he's probably going to go out to his Houndoom now, which is definitely an issue. I don't think Bronzong can live an attack, to be honest. I'm just going to go out into my Nidoqueen, and switching to Bronzong is so obvious, but I'm going to make it anyway. Yes, he goes for the U-turn. I was so close to clicking Earth Power or something, but I'm going to get off a Trick Room if he lets me, but he's probably not going to. Now I have to Ice Beam expecting his Flygon. I have to kind of hope he chokes at this point. If he goes into Flygon, then I have a chance. If he goes into Doublade. Okay, well, Doublade's still not taking those attacks. Alright, my own Doublade. I have to hard switch into Doublade here, it's the only play. Because, oh my gosh, that crit is so unfortunate. That crit is so unfortunate. Although, because it's Life Orb, I wouldn't have probably been able to take 2 like I can from Z-move variants. So yeah, my opponent is going to be able to clean up with Earthquake, and that's going to be it. I think it was just... I really shouldn't have messed with his Houndoom there. In other case, that's going to be a good game. And so let's see if we can get one more before the end of this live. And we are up against a very colorful looking squad with a Cloyster, so he's probably lead Galvantula if I had to guess. Which makes me really just want to lead off with Bronzong and get up rocks right away. I don't see hazard control on my opponent other than rapid spin on Cloyster, which is like not the best hazard control. So I do just kind of want to... Well, I want to click Toxic here, to be honest. As he's going to go out into Emboar. Alright, I think that Toxic is going to be super useful. Emboars are usually choice locked one way or another. They're usually choice scarfed or choice banded. And what I can do is either I could get up my stealth rocks here, but then I probably lose any opportunity to set up Trick Room. And stealth rocks are really good against my opponent. Like, stealth rocks would be amazing. I think I will go for Trick Room here. As he does go for the Flare Blitz. And I'm going to set up Stealth Rocks now. And hope that he takes me out. Even if he hard switches into something, which I'm not sure. Like, nothing on his team wants to take an explosion at all. But he is going to hard switch into Nidoqueen. Now I'm going to explode. And he is going to be able to get up his own rocks, yes, but this is one of the freest belly drums that I've seen in a while. I'm only going to have one turn at max attack before Trick Room's out, but he honestly doesn't have the best ways to deal with this Mon, even outside of Trick Room. Like, he has an Emboar, which he's probably going out into. But this Emboar is almost gone. And I kind of want to make the hard switch out into Doublade at this point. I'm just going to do it. Risking my Doublade could be... it might have looked like a foolish play, but what this does is it gives my Sharpedo an opportunity to get to +1 speed. I'm going to click the Aqua Jet here, just in case he is Choice Scarfed. He's going to go out into Cloyster. We're just going to be able to take my attacks. That's fine. I'm going to be able to Crunch here, though. Expecting his Rapid Spin. Crunch should be a solid 2 KO. Yep, does go for Rapid Spin. And this Mon is really an issue for him now. Maybe he's going out into Florges. Is that his plan? Yeah, Florges is not going to take a Waterfall well. And this damage is going to be so good for my Heracross in the back. Yeah, that's a solid 2 KO. Moonblast is going to take care of me, but now it can just go into my Nidoqueen and click Sludge Wave. My opponent does not have a switch in at all. As the Florges is going to go down to the Sludge Wave. Now, is my opponent... is he going to go out into Emboar right now? I'm not sure what his play is. Shaman is his play. Shaman is the new Nidoqueen counter. No, I mean, Shaman should drop to the Sludge Wave, right? Hold up. I hate that I'm even calculating this, but... because most Shamans are pretty offensive, I think, next year. So I'm actually not sure if Shaman drops to a Sludge Wave or not. He needs to be fully stood up to take this, which There's no way. So I'm just gonna go for the Sludge Wave. One Seed Flare doesn't knock me out, so Sludge Wave is 100% my play here. As he has the Psychic, which actually does the same as Seed Flare, I think. They're both 180 after factoring in Stab. I'm not sure if Galvantula can even kill me with this range, unless he's like Life Orb, Hidden Power, Ice. But once again, my Heracross in the back is just looking so good at this point. I think honestly just Sludge Waving is my play, as he is not Life Orb though. Interesting. Well, I think Snorlax at this point can actually recycle up. That's exactly what I'm going to do. As he misses a Thunder, that is unfortunate. I don't think Thunder kills Snorlax from that range, because I am like a plus to Def Nature, but that is still very unfortunate. I'm going to recycle again, as my opponent misses another Thunder. That is so bad, as now I can just Fire Punch. I seriously doubt that this Thunder does so much. Oh, let's see. Yeah, it does 26%, so that didn't matter too much. He does get the Para, which is his win con. But, let's see. Once again, at this point, I can just keep clicking Fire Punch. Oh, Sticky Web. Oh, did I just lose? Hold up. No, there's no way. Because Superpower doesn't kill Heracross. Yeah, Superpower doesn't kill Heracross. I'm fine. If he goes for the Fire Blitz, he knocks himself out. And if he goes for Superpower, then my Heracross does not die. So, that should be game. And he wasn't even Scarf anyway. It looks like maybe he was banded. So that's going to be it for this live. That was a pretty fun one, to be honest. I really like this team. I think it could definitely use some adjusting. Like, I think it's not optimized for the meta at all right now, but in any case, that's going to be it for me for now. The team will be in a link in the pastement in the description if you want to try it out, and yeah, see you later. Peace.